Hypocrisy at its finest, okay? Young men are coming to the realization that we've all come to, we know, there seems to be different rules for thee and different rules for me.
I'll be so honest, there's a lot of hypocrisy in the UK black community. And also, the UK black community has a very weird obsession with trying to humble each other, which I do not understand. A girl made a video saying that niggas who grow dreads or get dreads won't make them lame. And girls were in the comments hee-heeing and ha-haing, laughing, you know, hating on niggas, which, I mean, I guess it doesn't really affect me because I personally don't care. But here's where things start to get a little bit mind games for me, do you know what I mean? My boy then makes a video in response to that video saying that, that girls who are trying to wear wigs doesn't make you lame, right? Didn't specify a race, nothing. And the response was a complete 180. Girls are in the comments saying, how does it concern you, yada, 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 cussing out his looks, whatever, whatnot. And the reason why this is such mind games to me, and it's kind of weirdly ironic and hypocritical as well, because some of the same comments that they were putting into his comment section, like how does this concern you, what, there's bigger fish to fry, yada yada, could also then be applied to this original girl's video that she made on niggas who have dreads. The same comments of it being none of bro's business was also technically none of her business, but she made it, but the response was different. Do you see what I'm getting?
I don't know what the reason is. But this doesn't change with age, unfortunately. The older they get, it stays. And oftentimes, if you're with a woman who's reasonable, you'll point out these hypocrisies and she'll go, oh, but why are they there in the first place? Why is it, I know why it is, it's called a lack of empathy, but why is it that you can't see things outside of your own perspective? Interesting.
And another thing I find so hypocritical about this whole thing is the fact that, the behaviors I was seeing in the comments are the same behavior that are exhibited by incels, bro. And what I mean by this is, a girl will say something an incel doesn't agree with. The first thing that incel does is comment on her looks, calling her a bitch, a fat person, yada yada yada, all horrible names under the sun. Do you get what I'm saying? What I'm getting at here is, do you really want to be attributed to the same thing that incels say? Another thing I want to touch up on is they were calling him anti-black. Brother, okay, so discussing a man's looks being or not being improved by his dreads, yada yada, isn't anti-black. But a nigga talking about wigs is anti-black. Wigs that aren't something that are inherently black, but that are used by black people, is anti-black. But talking about something that has been rooted in black culture, literally, for centuries, isn't anti-black. Do you not see how hypocritical that is? Do you not? And I know there's probably going to be a bunch of idiots in my comment section, but this video is something that requires critical thinking, so you can see yourself out. I'll be real. I'm not picking any sides here, respectfully. To me personally, this whole thing is flipping stupid as shit. Like, bro, I've seen bad bees in wigs. I've seen all type of people in wigs. Do you understand? I don't make it my duty to talk trash on these people. They are simply not something I think of. They do not take up any space in my mind. They don't even pay rent there. They don't...
Look, again, with these double standards, like I said, they don't change with age. For whatever reason, when black men date outside their race, really, really bad. Really, really bad. When black women do it, just going where she's loved. Okay? Just going where she's appreciated. Queen. Right? We dissect the behavior of black men all the time when we're speaking about coonery and buffoonery, but wearing white people's hair, for example, that's not coonery. Not liking the own hair that grows out on your head, that's not considered coonery. This is one thing I'll say, right? Sometimes you could be talking to a different sector of women. You don't even know, right? It's all online conversation. One sector, and we know this about feminism, there's different sectors and they all believe and say different things. So you could have one sector of women that are saying the anti-blackness, but they aren't the same sector of women who are saying, oh no, you can't say that about our wigs because that's anti-black. Could be, if we're being fair. But outside of that, this is obviously